Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. In line with expectations, we're moving further towards my target area between 20 and 29k. The question is, what can we expect now? We can see Bitcoin here currently at 38.6k, an 8% drop from yesterday after we tried again to move through an important resistance. That failed. That then led to the sell-off, and Cardano is together moving down together with Bitcoin. Good that Cardano did build a bit of a buffer, between the dollar level. It's making it very, very interesting now, certainly, because if I expect Bitcoin to drop to below 29k, can Cardano hold the dollar? I won't be able to answer that for you. I can only give you my view on that. But I think for both, we can now expect lower prices, because I do expect lower prices for Bitcoin. And I don't think that Cardano, while it could potentially outperform Bitcoin, it would potentially still mean either further sideways movement for Cardano or a further drop. As I said, in the last few days, we didn't have a confirmed breakout for Cardano. And everything's moving further, and I'm impressed that Solana is moving very, very fast, very low, faster than expected to the $100 level. And just to mention, I think now that we can actually, looking at this price here, we can certainly expect the $55 Solana that I mentioned in my Solana video. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin. I did have XRP open here. With Bitcoin, I talked yesterday about this here, that we were completing here this wave 4. So originally my expectation was that wave 4 would go higher, but it had, as I said many times before, the wave 4 had already done its minimum requirement for a retracement, and therefore the option was always that it goes straight down from here. It did come to that fib level. I think it was the 0.214 fib level exactly. Couldn't get through higher. Again, the ideal level for that would have been at 47.1k. That would have been the 0.382 fib level. That's normally ideal for a wave 4, but in a market that is not very strong, because you get these fib levels, and if a market is moving very strong, if you have a lot of volume, then you get to the more extended fib levels. If a market is extremely weak, you basically often see only the minimum requirements. And that was done in the wave 4. Now, in line with expectations generally, not the short-term expectation was that we go a little bit higher, but I always told you that after that we're going to see the major or the larger sell-off, and we're doing that at the moment, just as we speak, coming down even lower. So all of that is happening. I would declare that wave 4 is completed. I had a question earlier in the video if this could have still be the wave 3. I don't think so. Not looking at the moves that the price did here, I think that wave 4 is completed, at least as far as I could analyze and look at the chart with the sort of limited time I had available now to, this morning. But I think that wave 4 is now complete. We have seen here probably already a beginning of a wave 1, 2 within a wave 5, because that's the next thing. The wave 5 is coming now. You've got it down here. So 4, a 1, 2, that could be the wave 3 here. Then you get a wave 4 and a wave 5 within that wave 5. Now, how that wave 5 is going to look like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see for that. I don't think the wave 5 will land already down here. I think for that wave 5, we're going to see prices around close to the 30k level. But we need to see how the chart is developing then. Overall, on the higher level, we know that the wave 2, the wave C, should ideally land in this area between 20 and 29k. Looking purely at the Fibonacci's and purely at Elliott Wave, we could even see a price of around $15,000. I haven't put it on here because I find it unlikely personally. I think the minimum, should be 20k, because that is the high of the previous bull run. I don't think the price is going to fall below that. If it does, we could expect something around 20k for Bitcoin. But yeah, everything's moving here for weeks and probably months further into the direction that I have expected. Until we were above or below 53k, that I was pretty much 50-50 up here. But then I did tell you, should we drop below 53k, I'm going to turn into this scenario. And so far it's been moving completely accurately in the direction for various altcoins as well. And yeah, we can expect further sell-off. That is the message here. Haven't also seen a very strong reaction to that sell-off, which is actually, well, not surprising because we expected lower prices. But if you get that far here in the oversold range, you would at least expect some sort of a reaction. We don't see it. We see the sentiment shifting towards a bear market now. And yeah, so far I think we're going to see lower prices. Wouldn't be surprised, as I said, for a wave 5 here in the region of around 30k, maybe a little bit higher, and then maybe you're coiling up for another move down here, maybe get your ABC and then have another 5-wave sell-off to the downside. That could then take us here in that wave C target area, larger scale wave C. And we can see that more accurately on the 8-hour chart. I also did mention here that head and shoulders, which has clearly broken now, head and shoulders, which is on top of that, basically that technical pattern that is forming here. But overall on the higher time frame, we've got that wave A coming down here impulsively earlier in 2021, then came up in a corrective wave ABC, and now down. A lot of people have said all the time that we were still at support here and it was coiling up to be bullish, but as you know, below 53k triggered the bearish scenario, and there we go, we're now at 38. So that's playing out as expected. As I said, further sell-off expected. And with ADA, let's just take a look at ADA. As I said before, ADA has a different wave count. It looks different on the chart as well. The problem is the timing for ADA, because it has started earlier with the correction, far earlier, and it was actually supposed to finish its correction already and to restart now to the upside. Of course, because Bitcoin is now deep in the correction, hasn't finished the correction yet, that pulls ADA down further. I think in the next bull run that is good for Cardano, because it means actually that Cardano can start with much lower indicators and has more potential to move up then. But overall, what we can see here at the moment on the chart is nothing that is great for Cardano. It has moved again. I think it's actually moved, let me put the fibs back again on the chart. It's moved, I think, just below, below the 0.786 fib level. And to be honest, given the fact that Bitcoin has now is now going to crash further, it's now at 37.8 as we speak. Yeah, so it's playing out already as we speak here. I wouldn't expect Cardano to be still in this bullish. I'd be very surprised if it now. This retracement is very aggressive, very strong, you know, and yeah, we're getting closer to the dollar, and let's see if the dollar holds. I can't give you, I can't tell you if it's, I did say before, maybe 40% that the dollar drops. Yeah, we land below a dollar, 60% that we hold the dollar. I think that's still realistic. The lower we go, obviously, I would rather go 50-50 even, and then maybe more probable, because Cardano did put a buffer in place, but it's lost that already nearly. And I think people are currently surprised how aggressive the market is dropping, and that could really push Cardano below a dollar. If it pushes it below a dollar, expect a price of around 65 cents for Cardano before it gets a chance to then move all the way up. I think Cardano would have probably pushed through here. It's done what it needs to do in that correction, but because Bitcoin is pulling the market down, that is just extending Cardano's correction. If it breaks the dollar, we have to go to the higher level wave count. And if we have to go to the higher level wave count, that then means that we have the important fibs starting here at around 65 cents. If I have a bit more time later today, we can take a look at that in more detail in the Cardano video. But so far, no real surprises. Actually quite good to see it play out, because the faster that correction happens, the faster we can get back into a bull market. And as I said so many times before, I don't expect a year-long bear market. I expect actually that, because it's the wave 3 which is going to start after this, that we could see a bit of a rocket start as soon as we hit the low play out, you know. But when is that going to be? I can't tell you. Overall here, my expectation has been towards the end of Q1 we should finish the correction. I think we're quite good at the timing at the moment, so let's see. All right, overall, everything's moving here towards it. And what I really like, and what I really like, even though many people don't want to hear it, is that finally Chainlink broke below $20. There I got criticized for my view on the Chainlink price. And what else? Here, Harmony 1 dropping as well. I think it might have finished its bull run now as well. It's going to go into the correction potentially. Also, that's playing out, because also there people criticized me for my view, which is fine. You can always criticize. It's this, you know, Don't need to agree on everything, of course not. But yeah, so far the crypto market overall is moving into very attractive price ranges now. That's why I was so careful with buying in the last few weeks as well. I'm still going to hold off. Yeah, my buy orders get triggered, but I still have more buy orders set lower. And if we get to these very, very attractive price levels where Bitcoin really drops below 29K, because nothing is guaranteed, it doesn't need to get there, yeah. That's also why I started dollar cost average in already for Bitcoin. But I generally would expect lower prices, and everybody who wants to can, of course, hold off. But yeah, it's getting interesting now. Very interesting. Very interesting day. It's not good to see it, but on the other hand, we knew it would be coming. Well, we didn't know, but with a high probability, we knew it could be coming, and we were mentally prepared for it, and also held some money on the sidelines. And if you want to join the channel membership, then yeah, if you're interested in that, please check out the channel membership on either my website, and you can find a link in the description, or here on YouTube, and there you get much more content on Discord and Telegram. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.